Hello and welcome to RoboMonk Art and Tarot. I am RoboMonk. Today we are exploring about what is the universe planning for you. We can see if you can help manifest what this plan is, or if you want to manifest something else, you'll have a nice heads up about that and see what you can do about it. So this is a pick a card. We're going to get into that real quick, but I always want to say thank you for being here and sending love and light your way. I truly appreciate all of the positivity that we have on the channel, and just continuing in that same way. I really appreciate all of you. So let's get to the piles. Let's see what images we have. Let's see what stones we have and go from there. In pile 1, we have a moonstone. In pile 2, we have red jasper. And in pile 3, we have mahogany obsidian. So go ahead and take a look, see which resonates, and we'll get started. Hello, pile 1. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today we are exploring the question of what is the universe planning for you? So if you like it, you can help manifest. If you don't, you can try and manifest something different. And we can give you a heads up about that today. So, as you can see, we have a traditional Celtic cross here. So that is going to explore what's going on right now, what is or has happened in the past, and what is going to happen in the future. So you can get a heads up. So let's get started. The first image that I see is one of an octopus. This octopus is very busy, using each one of its tentacles to travel along the ocean floor. And this tells me that you are working on many different things at once, trying to multitask, and I do believe you are doing an actual good job at it. Some of us aren't gifted with that talent, but you may be one of those that can multitask pretty well. If you are one of those that cannot multitask, maybe you're trying to, but it seems overwhelming at this point, but you have a lot of things going on right now. And it seems like they're coming in from a lot of different directions, and you're trying to really do your best at what is presented to you. And Spirit wants to applaud you for doing your best and really trying to make the most of your situation. The next image I see is one of a rat getting out of a trap. Now, rats have all sorts of different kinds of connotations and symbolism to them, but the one that stuck out to me is good fortune. I feel like you've had good fortune caught in a trap for a long time. So maybe you felt like you've been busy doing a lot of things, but they haven't really paid off. They haven't really come around to benefiting you yet, even though you've had to deal with a lot of different things in your life at the same time. Well, this is a lucky rat. This is a rat that gets to get out of this trap and get away. And this is good fortune getting out of that trap and really heading towards you. So this is a wonderful sign, but you aren't aware of it yet. This is happening in the shadow work, in the shadow world, and this is coming towards you soon. Something you are aware of. I see an eye looking straight at me with a tear running down. I feel there is great sadness at where you may be in life, at least with a certain aspect. You may be overall pretty happy, but there are some things that maybe if you went back you would have changed, or maybe the situation that you find yourself in, being so busy, can be draining, it can be frustrating, it can be depressing that you have to go through so much and you're not seeing the benefit of it yet, right? It is coming, like we see down in that bottom left card, but you are not aware of it yet. So you are struggling, you are doing your due diligence, you are really trying your best every day, and you have your head hit the pillow and you feel like nothing has been really accomplished yet. Well, that's going to change. Spirit wants you to know the universe is planning a change for you, and good fortune is coming your way. But I know and understand that you may feel sad about it right now because you are unaware of that change coming towards you yet. And you just feel like you're doing work to work and you're not getting any benefit from it. The next image is from your past. And this was interesting because I saw you with a necklace. It was a beaded necklace with some kind of medallion down at the bottom. And I did some research on this, what this could possibly mean. A necklace can be a symbol of power and wealth, or abundance. Abundance to me, if you've watched any of my videos, can mean spiritual abundance, emotional abundance, financial abundance. It can be any of those three things, and it's really looking like you shared your abundance with someone else. I see your hand and arm sticking out, almost like you're hugging someone else, but I can't see them. They aren't in the picture anymore. Maybe there was a breakup or a split up, or maybe they've passed on, right, to the spirit realm, and they are no longer with you here in this 3D earth plane. So with this, there might be a lot of work that you have to do. Maybe you shared this responsibility with this other person that's no longer in your life for whatever reason. And now you are really feeling like you are trapped, right? There's no good fortune coming your way. Spirit wants you to know that it is so proud of you for keeping on going, for continuing on with this life in this 3D earth realm, to be as strong as you are. You may not feel strong sometimes, but you are, and Spirit wants you to know that. You are extremely strong for going through what you did and continuing on every day. The next card is going to be what's happening in your near future here. I really question Spirit on this, but as you know, Spirit is always right. So this is a picture of a flea. Why a flea? I asked Spirit. And Spirit answered that yes, we as humans have a bad symbolism with fleas because they can spread disease, they can do different things that are dangerous to us. But Spirit said, think of this at a flea's perspective. This flea is very strong, and it can actually jump 150 times its height. Now, the universe has designed this creature to be here in this earth plane, and it has designed this creature to have almost superpowers, if you think about it. 150 times its height. That is phenomenal. I've never heard of a creature that could really jump that far. So what Spirit wants you to take from this is that you are going to be able to rise up and jump much, much further than you ever think possible, because you are working so hard, because you're putting in your due diligence, because you are getting good fortune your way, you're going to be able to rise up and have an ascension. And really, it's going to be much further up than you think you could ever be. And I think you're going to be very surprised at this in a good way. How does this all affect you? I see that you are building a bridge. A bridge that is very sturdy, well constructed. You are building a support structure finally. And this may be what you were trying to do before when you were this octopus, trying to do many things all at once, trying to get ahead a little bit. But finally, you are going to be able to build a support structure for yourself and those that you care about. The next image I receive is one of a conch shell, and that is C-O-N-C-H. Some people say this as a conch shell. There you go. But what's amazing about this shell is it actually symbolizes the golden ratio. I really feel like after this whole ascension and you continuing to be strong and do everything possible that you have been doing the best you can, Spirit is rewarding you, the universe is rewarding you for all of your hard work, and you're really coming into your own golden ratio moment where everything aligns up and you are able to finally move forward. The top right card is really reserved for hopes or fears, and I feel like this is a fear that you have right now, that you have this stick that you are carrying 2 buckets of water on either end, and it's this feeling of a burden of emotion. Whatever this cutoff was from this other person that you shared this power or wealth with, whether this be a death or whether this be something that was more of a negative experience for you, because if a person passes on to the spirit realm and you've had a positive relationship with them, of course you miss them, but it is still a positive feeling towards them. And then if it's a negative experience with someone and you break up, such as a divorce or a breakup in a relationship or anything like that, or a betrayal, then you have this negative emotion as well. And I really feel like you are afraid that you might carry this on with you throughout your entire life. And the good news is that it's not going to be an emotional burden for you. It's going to be a positive solution to all of this. If they've passed on, you are going to still remember them well. You are going to be able to have those positive emotions. They won't be a burden to you. If this person left in a negative way, such as I just listed, then they will not be an emotional burden to you moving forward in your future. You're actually going to be able to move on from this. And all of this emotion won't be a burden to you. And it may be right now. Ultimately, I see a huge arrow pointing up. This always means an ascension for me. This means that good karma is coming your way. And there's really a lot of good fortune coming your way as well, with that rat out of that trap. And building good support structure, you're really going to be able to move forward and feel like you're moving forward. You're going to feel like you're establishing some good solid ground for you to stand on and just move ahead with your own life in love and light. So Pile 1, thank you so much for being here with me today. I always truly appreciate it. I want to thank Spirit for being here with us today as well. Know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 2. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, we are exploring the question of what is the universe planning for you? So we can know what's going to happen and we can help the universe manifest this. Or if we want something different, we have a heads up and we can manifest something different, right? So let's see what we have. We have a Celtic cross here, so that means that we're going to explore a little bit about what's happening now, what's happened in the past, and what's going to happen in the near future. So let's get started. The first image I see is one of teeth, perfectly aligned teeth, but they were reflected in a mirror or water surface. I feel like you are reflecting on your health right now, seeing where you're at, really becoming aware of it, and trying to do your best with your health in all different aspects. Exercise, eating well, trying to balance your energies. And Spirit is really applauding you for this, because there are a lot of people that either don't know to do this or just don't put the time in to focus in on this. And I feel like you really are right now, which is wonderful. The next image I see is one that you are not aware of. You may be just starting on this journey, or you may have been traveling down this journey for a little while. And I really see all of these different lines coming to a focal point. I really feel like you've been focusing on this, and if you just started out, you wouldn't have seen a lot of change yet. Or if you're just even 6 months into it, you may have started to see a little change. But Spirit wants you to know that there are massive changes happening inside of you that you are unaware of yet, but you will be aware of. And it really wants you to keep going, because all of this is so wonderful for your body here on this 3D earth plane and for your soul, because it helps align your body to your soul and of course your soul to Spirit. And that communication line is just so pure if you keep everything aligned, and you'll be able to really think about things that come up, maybe different problems or situations, with clarity, right? You'll be able to think about them with clarity. And it's such a wonderful feeling to not have a lot of pain every day, a lot of inflammation every day, a lot of different things that may be slowing us down that we weren't aware of with our diet before, or exercise, or whatever that is. And you've really become aware of it, and you're really focusing on it. So again, Spirit is applauding you on that. I see you in this next card. Something that you are aware of is you are standing next to plants. Now, you might be a gardener yourself. You may be really into growing different things that you garden, and you are very proud of this fact, or you are actually just really proud that you are in tune with this earth plane now, with growing, with life, the harmony of life, and you are really feeling very proud of that at this point. So that's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. A bit about your past. I see a doctor's lamp shining brightly into my eyes. I don't know if you've ever gone to the dentist or a doctor and they have to shine this bright light into your eyes to see a little bit better about what's going on. It can be scary. Sometimes it's in a surgery as well. And I really feel like there was some kind of medical scare or investigation, test, something like that, that got you onto this train of thought of reflecting on your health. Maybe it really pushed you towards that. Maybe the doctor said you needed to do this, or you've come across it yourself because of this health scare. And I really feel like it has totally changed your life, incredibly changed your life. It was a wake-up call for you, and now you are really feeling like you need to go on this path, and there's no way that you're going to get off of this path. So, what's coming up in the future for you? Why is all of this happening? What's the whole point? Let's find out together. In this middle card here, I really feel like because you're focusing on these energies, things are going to start to come up that you notice. Oh, I don't feel as bad as I did, 5 months ago, a year ago, or look at the difference that has happened over the last 3 years. I think a lot is going to be noticeable to you now, and it's going to encourage you to keep going. I found the words here, 10 years younger. That's what Spirit told me. You may feel 10 years younger. You may look 10 years younger than you did before. And this is wonderful as well. I mean, we all love to look a little younger than what we are. But I really feel that this is more internal as well, which is always even more important. I feel like you're going to be lighter in both the sense of feeling emotionally lighter and also shining your light brighter. So this is a wonderful card, an amazing card, and I'm glad this is happening for you. It's amazing, pile 2. How does this affect you? You are really coming into the knowledge of being one with yourself, shining your light brightly, both in heart, mind, and body. And you are reflecting that your body is your temple, right? We've heard this before, more than likely. It's a wonderful phrase, and it's a great reflection. And it's a good reminder of what we are putting into our bodies. What does our body need versus what our brain may want? Sometimes those don't jive very well. But the fact is that once you are all aligned, your brain will crave the right things, your body will crave the right things, and your soul will be fed as well through all of this, just through being aligned and eating properly, working out properly, and just being well-rounded in the health area. So why are you going through all of this? What's the transition? What's the universe planning for you? It's taken a little longer in this reading than normal, but I do see the fact of you awakening others to this method that you have come up with on your own, and they are very curious about it. I see you pointing to the plants that you have grown, and another person is coming over and being very curious about it. And I feel like you are going to be able to affect others around you. And it may not be a massive amount of people, but it's going to be enough people to make it worthwhile here on this earth plane, right? Because we have that effect, that ripple in the water effect, that they will carry on what you have done and explain it to others as well as they go down the path. And it's beautiful. That's how humans work. That's how we work best, is through teaching in a small way and expanding upon that as we pass this on to other people. And I feel like as you do this, this will just reaffirm this whole health journey that you're going on and making it even more worthwhile for you, because you're affecting other people and you're helping other people as well. So not only nutrition, but I do believe some of you will become exercise coaches as well. Maybe for yoga, maybe for a gym or something like that. But I really do feel like this is a way of teaching of how to be here on this earth plane and keeping yourself aligned. So I really feel like this reading is teaching health, because you've gone through so much yourself. You've lived this path, and now you will be able to teach others about this path as well. Perhaps there are other people that have gone through what you've gone through, and they need to know the next steps. Sometimes that is very crucial for them because they don't have the right information, but you do. Ultimately, I see all of this coming into alignment and you shining so brightly. Your soul is just radiating through your earth plane body, and you are feeling wonderful day in and day out. Everything is being fed correctly. Everything is being reflected correctly. Pile 2, I'm very happy for you. I hope this resonates and brings you clarity for you. And I want to thank you for being here with us today. And I want to thank Spirit for being with us today. Know that you're loved. Know that you're blessed. And I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today we are exploring the question of what is the universe planning for you? So we can either help manifest this plan, or if we want something different, we can manifest something different, but we have a heads up, right? We need to know. So we are going to explore this question together. And I have a Celtic cross here, traditional Celtic cross. And this explores what's happening now, what has happened in the past, and what is going to happen in the near future. So I love this kind of spread because it's so useful. So let's get started. The first image that I see is you walking out of a city, a very populated area, and you are walking away from this populated area. You could be moving to a smaller rural town or a place that is less crowded. You could be moving jobs. You could be doing a lot of different things that you are moving away from a different area that you called home or was very important to you in the past. But what's interesting about this is I get the words leaving a place of shallow connections. Shallow connections. I know, as a lot of us here, we are all looking for deep connections, right? Deep connections to spirit, deep connections to ourselves, deep connections with others, and a shallow connection is probably the worst that we can have in this 3D earth plane. It takes up our time, it doesn't mean much to us, and it's really just not what we're looking for in this life. So leaving a place of shallow connections, that had to have been really draining on you, had to have been really making you not feel very well in that place, and you are excited to move on. Even if you were forced to move on, this is a positive that you are leaving those shallow connections and just trying to find a place where you fit in. Something you are not aware of. I do see a rose down at the bottom. Its stem is dipped in a pool. There are ripples forming out from the rose. I do see that there could possibly be a love connection down the line from all of this. You leaving this place of shallow connections and moving on. And there may be a love connection for you. And it looks very positive. But we'll explore a little bit more about this as we go along, because we need a little bit more information. What you are aware of is in this place that you just left, You really felt like you were on an island. There were so many other people around you, but they weren't that meaningful. There wasn't that big of a connection that you wanted to stay there. And so you really felt alone, even though you were surrounded by so many other beings. That's an odd feeling, isn't it? And living in a city can feel that way. You are surrounded by people, yet you feel so alone. It's a common way to feel when you are around so many people like that. This next one I can relate to, and it really hit home for me, and it may hit home for you. But there was a door that you are forcing shut, and you are really trying to keep this door closed, and you have your heart inside the door. You are protecting it, and there are other people trying to get in. They really want to know about you. They are really interested in you, but in a shallow way, right? They don't really want to know all of your deep secrets, to really get to know you. It's more of a passing casual relationship, and you just aren't interested in that. You want a deeper connection. You want to be spiritually connected with people, or at least one person. And none of these people were fulfilling that role for you, and you just aren't interested. And this, it seems, has happened in the past, but I can see it happening now too. That's why you're leaving this place of shallow connections. You're actually taking into action, seeking out other deep connections. But you may be afraid. You may be afraid to feel a deep connection with another person if it actually is offered to you, because you may have been hurt in the past with a deeper connection or a love connection, and you're afraid to get hurt again. And that could also be a reason why you are keeping all of those people out. So what is the universe planning for you? The universe is planning for you a defense, a protection, a way to move forward, because the universe and spirit both see your paralysis right now of not being able to really connect with anyone, unfortunately, because of maybe this past hurt or not finding the right people to connect with. And universe and spirit are coming in and building you a defense to protect you as you walk among these people, to be still aligned to yourself, true to spirit, and also being able to reach out to these people. I hear the words finding courage and playing it smart. So the fact that you may be fearful to reach out now, Spirit is going to help you find that courage to start to reach out. But you're playing it smart and building this defense first so that you are able to not be affected by shallow connections and just going towards deeper connections, not wasting your time with those shallow connections. And this defense, as you can see, starts out externally, but then all of a sudden it comes internally around your heart. So you are able to actually feel confident, feel that courage, be smart about who you're connecting with, and be open to them again without this fear. And you are going to feel so much better about yourself and about your situation, and even hopeful that you can actually find a deep connection out there. What does this do? This actually attracts deeper connected people. They are deeply connected with themselves and they want to deeply connect with you. And I actually see a person coming in with a rose, like we saw in that bottom left card, and with a love connection towards you as well. This is for some of you, not all of you, so there you go. If you're not looking for love, that's okay. This can also be extended to friendship, but some of you, I definitely am seeing a love connection here because of the fact that you are feeling this confidence, you're feeling this courage, this hope, and you're opening up to people again, but you're being smart about it, and you're looking for that deep connection. You're sending out those vibes of that deep connection, and this person is really resonating. You know the questions to ask, you know what answers you want to have back, and then you can actually start to learn with this deep connection of this person, and they're going to feel the same way about you because they may have had shallow connections in their past and they're done with it. They want deep connections. The topmost card is about hopes and fears, and I really felt like the Three of Swords on this one, of a past betrayal or a past hurt. And this was a fear that you had, that you were going to have this happen again. And that's possibly why you were shutting out all of those people, and you had these shallow connections for a while. You were healing. You were healing, and that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Don't even blame yourself 1 minute for that. Because Spirit knows, the universe knows that you had time to heal, and that's part of being human. And now you're ready to move on, but you are protected. That is the key to all of this. And after all of this, you're going to be able to find deeper connections, a deeper love of self and of others. And as I said before, this can be romantic for some of you, but for others, it can be friendship, it can be a soul family. So it's wonderful news for you, Pile 3. I'm actually very excited for you. What a journey that you have traveled and will travel. But the fact that universe and spirit are there for you, planning this out, if this resonates with you, help universe and spirit manifest this, and it will happen. All right, Pile 3, thank you so much for being here with me today. I truly, truly appreciate it. And I hope this brings you clarity. And I want to thank Spirit for being here with us today too. Know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time.